chess and art. Hi, I'm O, and I like basketball and chess.
And we are 5-4X, a next-gen video game startup company.
We as 5-4X took video gaming to the next generation. Instead of just sitting there, looking at a screen, spamming your computer and getting bored, you have the chance to play with a live robot that has been brought to you live from your computer. Our robot includes a joystick module where you can either accelerate, brake, or steer your car. But what's a car without some sounds with our Atom Echo that allows you to hear our complementary gaming sounds? And we also have the Atom S3R, also known as a display for this project, which allows you to hear our live gaming graphics.
This is how we built our product. We built our product, the heart of our product is a tiny little black board called the ESP32C3 Mini. It hosts the Wi-Fi and hosts the car racing game. So that the Atom S3R and the Atom Echo can connect. And additionally, we were planning to use an RFID to save the game progress, which was connected to the Atom S3R via I2C. And we were also planning to use the joystick, which controls the robot's movements, which was connected to the Atom Echo via I2C. And we also connected to the ESP32C3 Mini are two blue servo motors which help the robot move.
Hi, my job was to work on the joystick. I created an AI companion chatbot called Bob using ChatGPT. One major flaw that I experienced during coding my joystick was the address that in the code that Bob gave me, the address printed was wrong. It was 01064, which was incorrect. Later on, I learned that the correct address was 01063. This one flaw wasted a lot of my time and took a lot of days to fix. During that time, I told my teammates to not integrate it into the game, because this would cause a major difficulty. Then, I looked at the documentation once again to recheck. Turns out that I found the real address, 01063. Then, after I made the changes, the joystick was back online, but now we can't demo it because we have to make some changes.
My job was to work on the Atom S3R display and code game graphics. First, our initial idea was to have 3 game graphics on different cues. The angry graphic was supposed to cue when you crash, and the sad graphic was supposed to cue when you lose. The happy graphic was supposed to cue at normal times and when you win. We weren't able to integrate it into this project because of tight time constraints, plus we would have to change the entire game flow. So that's why we just decided to have it cycle through these 3 emotions instead of having it in time. My job was to also work on the RFID to save game progress. But the reason that wasn't integrated into the project because tight time constraints plus coding difficulties.
My job for this project was to work on the Atom Echo, also known as the speaker for this project. The main responsibility of the Atom Echo was to generate the racing sounds for this game. The coding companion that I used for my module is ChatGPT. Using ChatGPT, I was able to make a coding agent called Bob, which was able to help me navigate through my module and it understood my situation, and this was very useful to me. Initially, our idea was also, here is a sample piece of code that me and Bob were able to write together. Our initial idea was to use codes like this to help program the Atom Echo. But then later on, we found an idea where if we could use the Atom Echo as a Bluetooth pairing device, where if the sound code was already inputted and we just connected it to the computer via USB-C cable, it would have saved us a lot of more time and work, which is why we went on to choosing this path instead.
This is how I built the robot and racing game. I built the robot using Lego extensions and as the chassis for the robot. And I attached an ESP32C3 Mini onto the chassis so that it hosts the Wi-Fi and hosts the racing game. And I also connected two 360 servo motors, which I used to make the robot move. And I created a coding agent called Bob to help me with my project. And this is a sample code of our racing game. And for example, this move function helps the robot move forward.
Here are some problems and solutions we faced along the way. Our first idea was a multifunction robot that had many features. But when another team selected the robot kit that we needed to make the robot, we pivoted to a racing team. But then the same team that had the original robot kit wanted to trade with us for 150 points. So we took the deal and merged the racing game and the robot kit together to create Vibe X, an interactive live racing. We also faced challenges with the level 3 joystick and overcame them through coaching and testing.
So what actually did we learn? We got way better at teaming up and breaking down problems to figure them out together. We figured out how to work together with our AI chatbots to write code for our project.
But at one point in time, our AI started hallucinating, so we had to go in and hand fix the code ourselves.
We learned if one solution doesn't work, you need to try another and keep going.
We got hands-on with robotic hardware and saw how all the module pieces could come together to build something real, like Vibe X. Thank you for listening. Demo time!
Judges, we want you to experience our very cool video game. Would you like us to bring it to your table?
Audience, we would like to direct your attention during this demo. We advise that you clearly watch this demo as it will be very interesting. Also, we want one volunteer from the audience who would be willing to try Vibe X robot racing game. Would anybody like to volunteer and take a shot? You, come on up.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Ria.
Hi, Ria. Can we please welcome Ria to the stage? So are you excited to play our game? Are you guys excited to see our game? Are you guys excited to play our game? Yeah! Okay, now my teammate Ara will show you a few tips and tricks.
Okay, so when I press start race here, you can use the arrow keys to play the video game. And judges, remember we said that we brought the video game to real life? Watch the robot carefully when Reyes plays the game. Ready? Right here.
If you pay attention, there's a tiny display on the top that's going through every single trick. You should see. As you see, there's a list of 3 emotions going through. Happy, sad, and angry. You should see these 3 emotions cycling through more than once.
Judges, as you can see, when the arrow keys are being pressed, you can hear that the sounds are coming from the robot. This is what the Atom Echo does. It brings the robot to life by using sounds from Bluetooth pair.
What do you think of the game, Reyes?
It's another thing that I want to say about the joystick was, if the joystick was actually connected, if the joystick was actually able to play right now, the joystick would be used just like the arrow keys.
Thank you for listening.
Do you have any ideas why your joystick didn't work?
I think it's mainly because of the address, and also when I looked at the code again, the frequency was also wrong. We don't know, but for some reason, for reasons we don't know yet, I don't think it's working right now. We don't know yet.
What was the most important thing you guys learned?
The most important thing that I learned was to work together as a team to achieve the final goal.
For me, the most important thing was perseverance because we faced a lot of coding difficulties.
The most important thing I learned in this project was that if, for example, my Atom Echo, I gave it many attempts and time, but it wasn't working. So I learned that if one solution is not working, you have to find another solution, just like making it a Bluetooth pairing device.
The most important thing I learned is that we should always get together and work together so we get more work done.
I know you had some challenges with AI and solving some of the problems that you encountered. How did AI help you though?
So we used AI as a coding companion. So first we gave it a detailed prompt and a basic code. And then we'd go through and check all of the errors and everything. And then we'd go back and manually fix the code ourselves.
Any other questions?
Did you know any of the code before you started this project?
We needed some pieces of code, like importing libraries and stuff. Yeah.
Before this, we were also taking Python classes, and we learned a bit of Python, and we implemented it in our code, so that we didn't completely rely on AI.
Any other questions?
Thank you.